What's up everyone, this is Seabass with Arcade Replay. Sorry for not making an intro for this video, but basically if you guys seen Fast and Furious Superbikes out in location and they have like a crazy lean to either side, it's because this Rasta bracket right here has either failed, cracked, or just starting to rip apart, just like this one right here. The welds on it broke, it started to crack, and you can see that the Rasta bearing itself, the rubber pieces are starting to come out of it, so it's leaning hard to one side, and then the base also broke from the mount. So I'm gonna show you guys in this video how I fixed it. So the first thing you're gonna want to do to remove this whole assembly, or this cover I should say, you're gonna want to remove all the screws. It's a Torx, security Torx. I got this set from Harbor Freight. It does rust real quick, so you might want to keep it somewhere where it's not humid. And then it's a total of 7 Torx screws. You got one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I believe 7 right here. And with that, we should be able to remove the cover, and that's going to expose this whole area where our damaged components are. So I think it's going to be easier if we remove this front piece and the back piece as well. So again, the Torx screws are going to be in the same exact spot, only mirrored to the other direction. So looking at this, I think I'm not gonna need to take off the motorcycle from the pedestal, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this whole area. Same with this, because this is incredibly dirty. This is probably years of dirt, and if I'm not mistaken, that looks like mold right there. So I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna clean this up real good because this is unacceptable. So there we have our damaged component. Wow, that is bad. That is really bad. You can see right there where it's lifting up. Like, that's really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything, see if I can. I really don't want to break anything. Let me take off this cover and I could probably get a better view. What is that in there? Dude, that's a glass bottle of Bud Light in there. That is hilarious. What is that doing in there? So check it out, guys. That's the carnage right there. It's not doing its job anymore. It's supposed to move back and forth, and it's permanently frozen. Yeah, that's not supposed to move. So I just realized that the mount for the Rasta bracket, where it mounts to the base, it actually broke off. So we're gonna need to get it re-welded because I'm not buying a whole new base for that. And I had to take off the old bearing. You can see right here, a lot of WD-40, and there's the carnage. It is completely broken. So I'm gonna get my friend Miguel came over and he was welding everything back together. You can see. So once again, thank you, Miguel, for coming over and doing this job for me. I know you had just gotten off work, so you're probably tired, but really appreciate it. This is gonna help me financially with not having to buy a new base for it. So you can see he's welding the brackets back together because I'm gonna go ahead and reuse them. And this is the carnage. This is what happened. The mount broke off from the base. So he did a fantastic job welding it. I ended up painting it as well. And here's the place where you're supposed to buy the bearing. Don't get it from SuzoHapp. It's actually $50 cheaper here. Learned that the hard way, but oh well. So as you guys can see through the previous videos, I ended up just getting this re-welded instead of buying the whole base from SuzoHapp. I believe they sell you the whole assembly for about $450-ish, but this thing is heavy. This thing is really heavy, so I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna charge me an insane amount for shipping. So, and they're shipping it from Illinois, so this is pretty far. So I don't think that's gonna be smart in my decision to make that purchase when these are selling at auction for like $300. Like, I kid you not, the last auction I went to, there was one that I believe was fully working with a CRT monitor, and it sold at auction for $250. I was shocked. I was like, holy crap. Like, I know these are made like in probably in a million. They've probably already made a million of these, and so they're out there, they're everywhere. And so, you know, why am I gonna spend almost $400 when I could just buy the whole machine for $250-ish? But I didn't feel like going that route. I decided to fix it. As you guys saw, I bought the Rasta bracket, and then I bought the Rasta bearing. So those two pieces, I believe the Rasta bearing was about $150-ish or somewhere around there. And this was about $30, so I'm spending about $180, which it's not the end of the world, but it's cheaper that way. And then I had my friend come over and weld the old Rasta bracket and then the plate assembly to the base. So it feels really sturdy. He does a great job. Thank you again, Miguel. So we're just gonna bolt it back up and go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up first before I bolt it up, but I think it should keep its the bicycle or the motorcycle leveled. I was gonna use my impact, but I can't reach it, so we're out here using the Harbor Freight tools. So let's go ahead and use this. And you guys are probably wondering, why didn't I use the new Rasta bracket? Well, I'm curious how good my friend's welds are or how long they're gonna last. So even if I do notice it leaning weird, I can easily come in here and replace this bracket. So it's not an issue. It's not hard to get to. It was just annoying having to take off the motorcycle from the base, because kind of like a two-person thing, because you don't want to damage any of the parts. So kind of had my cousin helping me out last week, but I'm alone right now, so I don't know how I'm gonna get this motorcycle on here. It's not that it's heavy, it's just balancing it. Got my pot back on, and it only goes in one way because there's a flat side to the rod that moves it left and right. So that flat side, that's where this screw is gonna go next to. So when I was hammering this out, I accidentally, I don't know what happened, but this cap came off, but I didn't break it. I didn't hit it. It just came off. I guess maybe the impact hit it off, but hopefully this still works because I don't have one in stock. I tried looking for one. I don't have any more. I think the last one I used was in my Fast and Furious drift. So hopefully that works. Let's go get the motorcycle. I already torqued these down, so it seems to be doing its job. Look at that. So it's pretty cool. Let me go get the motorcycle. This is the challenging part, balancing it. So we're gonna get our bolts and at the very least get one down. All right, we got one down. See? Gotta balance it. So center it because you don't want to cross thread these bolts. And believe me, I know what it feels to cross thread something. I work on cars. Alright, so there it is. Let's torque those down. So now we're gonna torque all these down. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna clean this up first. Look at that. I don't know how that got there, but I'm gonna give it a quick little cleanup. So I know there's a couple of operators out there still operating these en route, and I know for a fact you guys are probably wondering where to get these. Like, check that out. That thing's pretty torn up. So what I did was, silly me, I went with Betson and SuzoHapp, and what did I get? I went with Betson, which I shouldn't have because this is their part number, and this is what they sent me. Just regular motorcycle grips, like off the shelf. So I bought these from Betson for, I think, about $50 shipped. I know, right? $50 shipped. So I hopped on eBay. Why were these like $15? I was so mad. So I already replaced, I think I replaced this one. So yeah, I already replaced this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this while I finish up with this. So that way the glue can dry up, and you still need to buy the glue. I believe this was $8. So they give you a good amount of glue, so we're just gonna go ahead and cut this off. And yeah, if you guys need the part number, well, I don't think there's a part number, but just, I kid you not, just search it up on eBay. It's there. So both things on eBay, it's like about 25 bucks with the glue. Don't go with Betson, don't go with SuzoHapp. And so there you have it. You gotta let it settle. Hopefully the glue sets in or activates by the time I have to open. I open in about half an hour. So let's finish up working on the motorcycle. I already got this side bolted down. So now we're gonna go to this side, and we still have to put all the fairings on each side. Just like that, perfect. And so there you have it, guys. It's already centered. So these other ones look good. We're getting a little bit of a leaning action on this one, so probably in another video I'm gonna go ahead and see what's up with this one. Hopefully it's not too damaged, but we're for sure gonna fix this one. This one doesn't seem to be doing that. No, obviously this one is good. So until the next time, guys, thank you guys for watching. Just so that I don't leave you guys on a cliffhanger. It's broken all right. Check that out. So we for sure are gonna fix this one.